Okay. I felt like I had to make this video because I've seen it all across like social media platforms, and I think it's stupid. I really do. Like, because I don't know if you guys have heard of it. I'm sure you guys have. But Florida State's new quarterback, Castellanos, who came from Boston College, he went out publicly and called out Alabama along with Nick Saban ahead of their Week 1 matchup. And I just felt like I had to make a video explaining what I think of this whole thing. And I'm letting you know right now, he's a fucking moron. He's a fucking moron. And the thing about his quote that he called out Alabama on, it wasn't really the first half that got to me. It was the first half. The first half of his quote, not the second half, the first half of his quote caught my eye, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take you up on that, and we're going to find out if you really know what the hell you're talking about. So, I looked, so I'm going to tell you what he said, the first half of his quote. So, he was on an interview with On3, and the first half of his quote, he said, I'm excited. I don't know if people know this or not, but every first game that I've started, we've started off fast. So I took the time to go look these past 2 years at the first game he started in Week 1. And let me tell you right now, if I were a damn cartoon or something like that, I'd be bouncing off walls and a whole bunch of other shit. Because it fucking is making my mind spin in all sorts of directions you can possibly think of. So, I went out and looked. 2023, Week 1. Now, keep in mind, he was at Boston College at this point, and he thinks they start off fast. Week 1, 2023, you face Northern Illinois. And guess what? You lost! You lost! How can you come out and say that you started off fast when you lose to a fucking terrible Northern Illinois team? How do you lose to them? How? How? How do you lose to them? I don't get it. I don't understand. God, fucking stupid. So you lost to Northern Illinois 27-24, which went to fucking overtime because you guys suck. And so do you, Castellanos. I'm talking about you. And guess what? This past season, he's got a point. He does have a point. So I'll give you this past season, dude. But I'm going to let you know on a little secret. This past season, he's right. They did start off fast. You want to know why? Go ahead. I'll give you a second to think about it. Alright. You want to know why? You want to know why Castellanos thinks they started off fast and the reason why they did start off fast this past season? Survey says, because you played the worst fucking team in all college football last season in Florida fucking State. That's why you started off fast last season. Because you faced one of, if not the worst fucking football team last season. You faced one of the worst, if not the worst. I don't know what went through his mind when he did this. I really don't. I want to know what went through his mind, though. I want to know if he's just stupid or fucking mental. Or both. And the second part of his, quote, he said, I'm excited. Or, no, he said, oh, God, this made me lose my mind. Second part of his quote, he said, I've always dreamed about moments like these. I've always wanted to play Alabama. They don't have Nick Saban to save them anymore. I don't see them stopping me. Well, guess what, Castellanos? If a Northern Illinois team 2 years ago could stop you, then guess what? I hate to break it to you, I'm sure Alabama can, you fucking moron! I'm sure Alabama can stop you. If Northern fucking Illinois can, I'm almost certain Alabama can. Fucking stupid. Really is. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I was a head coach, would I want my players to think the way Castellanos did? Yeah, I would. But here's the thing. There's a difference between thinking and going out publicly and saying it. That's something you shouldn't do. Because is it normal for every team, even if they're supposed to lose the game, not favored or whatever, is it normal for both teams to think they have a chance of winning? Yes. No team and no, player, because if most of you have played sports, then I'm sure that you've never went to a game thinking, oh, we're going to lose that game. We're going to lose it. So is it normal for a player and a team to be confident that they have a chance of winning? Yes, it is. You should. But you don't go out publicly and call out that team and give them some sort of fuel and all that. Because why? Why would you? That's stupid. And well, here's the thing. Alabama's going to win this game. Alabama is going to win this game. It's not like by Castellanos going out and saying this, it's going to make Alabama, change the way they are going to play and all that. So, Alabama's going to win this game. They're not going to win because he came out and said this. They were already going to win. Facts. And here's the thing. The spread right now is 12.5. If you just gave Alabama some sort of fuel for that game, they could beat you now by 30, maybe 40. I don't know why you come out and say this. I genuinely want to know why you would come out and say this. Why? And it's not like Alabama was like, oh, well, we're just gonna, look at week 2 and so on and so forth. We're not worried about week 1 and all that. They're still focusing on week 1 and all that. But it's not like Castellanos coming out and saying this is gonna make them think, oh well, we're gonna stop our asses in here and we're gonna beat your ass. Yeah, no, that's not the case. It's not like this is going to change Alabama's, game plan for this game and all that. It's not. But by coming out and saying this could fucking make Alabama use this as sort of a fuel, energy, or whatever for that game. And here's the thing. If Florida State didn't do so bad last year and go 2-10, now, I know Castellanos had nothing to do with that. I know he had nothing to do with that because he was on the team. But now you're part of that team. It's your mess to fix. So why do you come out that strong and say that shit? Yeah. You went 2-10. Your new team went 2-10. So I don't understand why you would come out and say that. It one of the most stupidest things you could do is come out publicly and say that. Especially when you fucking can't back it up. If you could back it up, then that's a different story. But you can't back it up. So therefore, you're just an idiot who came out, called out your week 1 team that you're facing, and made yourself look like a dipshit. That's legit what Castellanos did. So, I don't, mind him for thinking that, but the fact that you actually came out and said that blows my fucking mind. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why any player would do that. Why? What's the point? To get attention? To be all over social media? But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this whole thing. I think he shouldn't have came out and publicly said it. If he wanted to believe it, think it, whatever, go ahead. I want you to do that. I would want my players to believe that they have a chance of winning. I don't want them to come out publicly, call out that team, say a bunch of shit that's not true, and make myself look like an idiot. That's what I wouldn't want as a head coach. But you guys let me know what you think of this whole situation. I just told you what I think of it. If you think I'm an idiot for believing in what I just said to you, go ahead, let me know that in the comments. But you let me know what you think of this thing. I think he's a fucking idiot. Castellanos, you're dumb for doing this. Have a fucking good day.